The Gospel Duplication Glitch. A glitch that's... how old is this game? Sheesh, that's old. But a useful and funny glitch nonetheless. How does it work exactly? Is it hard to perform? Does it have useful applications? Are there things you can't gospel dupe? And more importantly, why are you talking about this glitch now? How is it relevant these days? So many questions, and don't worry, I'll answer them to my best ability. Hi, my name is ThyGamePlaya, or TGB for short, and welcome to the history of the Gospel Duplication Glitch. Before I answer these questions, let's start with the first question that should be answered. What is the Gospel Duplication Glitch? Gospel duping is the art of obtaining a chip that generally has a limited quantity that can't be found elsewhere, and duplicating it using the very thing that's in the name of the glitch, gospel. Disclaimer, some of these chips actually have other means of getting them, and that way is called the chip trader. But for those who know what the chip trader is, well... just in case, check the Rocketman EXE Zone or Trez Battle Chip Locator Guide. I'll link that in the description for you below. Well, how does one perform this glitch? Well, it's really quite simple. Thank you for watching. That's a joke. I'm sorry. Joking aside, I'm not lying when I say it's really easy. Let's actually go over the steps, shall we? Step 1. Before collecting anything that you wish to do, save your game. And after saving, do not ever save the game. Do not use anything that automatically saves the game. If you pick up a dupable chip and save afterwards, that chip is no longer dupable. Don't worry, I'll tell you where you can save. Step 2. Go ahead and pick up any and all chips that you wish to dupe. This includes chips that are obtained in the blue mystery data, purple mystery data, shops, etc. Remember, do not save while collecting these chips in any circumstance. Once you have collected your chips, head on over to the final area and fight Gospel. Step 4. Watch the credits scene. This is unskippable by usual means, so yeah, you're gonna have to sit there and watch its entirety every time you wish to use the Gospel dupe. Once you're finished, load up your save and check your pack. Voila! Your chips have been duplicated. At this point, you can save your game to save the duplicated chips. Just make sure you do not pick up the chips that you wish to duplicate before saving. And then you can repeat the process over and over and over again. And that's it! That's all there is to Gospel duping. Let's go over some facts and tidbits you need to know about the Gospel dupe. Well, even though part of the steps is to not save after you watch the credits, technically speaking, you did in fact save the game, just not in the traditional sense. After beating Gospel and watching the credits, your game does save, but not everything is saved. I'm going to preface this portion by saying that this is within my own understanding, purely on observation and guesstimate. I don't know the exact answer, so keep that in mind. When you beat the game, it's safe the fact that you will beat the game. It's how you get your first star after all. During that save, it saves your pack and your money that you have at the very moment you beat the game. What it doesn't save is the location where you were when you beat Gospel, the items you used after saving the game, or the chips that were picked up, bought, or traded. It kind of feels like you used a Song of Time, reverting back to the period where you started, but saving certain aspects of your being while losing others. It's why, even though shops refill their inventory, you still lose the money you spent. Same thing with duping trades. You dupe the chip and the trade is still available after the dupe is done, but because it saves your chip pack after beating Gospel, you still have to get the chip to trade once again. But how to take a guess as to why bug frags will punish when money doesn't, bug frags are an item, a key item in fact. Since we saw that items do in fact replenish after you perform the Gospel dupe, bug frags will also replenish as they are considered items. Alright, I've explained what it is and how it works, but are there actual useful applications to using the Gospel dupe? A short answer, yes. A long answer, I won't go over each and every chip that can be duplicated. There's actually a definitive Gospel dupe paste bin which lists all the chips that can be duped. I'll link that in the description. Keep in mind, there are some notes next to the chip, so be sure you read that. To name a few, however, we got Wind Asterisk, Fan Asterisk, Full Cust Asterisk, Fast Gaze Asterisk, Air Grab Asterisk, Attack 30 Asterisk, Zeus Hammer Z, and the list goes on. Unfortunately, I cannot showcase all the ways you can dupe due to already getting the chips, but hey, you can give it a try yourself. So I talked about some of the useful things here. What can't you then gospel dupe? To be honest, that answer is quite simple. Things that power up Mega Man directly. HP memories, power-ups, reg-ups, sub-mems, and the folders that are given to you by Mr. Famous and Jennifer. If you attempt to buy any HP memory and dupe it, all that will happen is that the HP memory will be restocked in the shop, but you won't have your HP increased, and you'll also lose the money you paid for it.
Then you can... then you can...
Oh snap, we're doing it. Oh, what's happening?
It's too
The more we talk about DM1 and that matter, it just gets
Okay.
worse.
Well, cause see, the funny thing is, right?
Oh, I have a green star now. That's nice. Oh wait, that's a 10,000? Oh, it just reset my HP back. It took my money. It took my money. But hey, I kept the Zeus hammer at least.
But you got
Yeah,
robbed.
like you get the bug frags back. I know that, but
Yeah.
just took your money.
It just takes your money. Like, thanks for the money, screw up.
Your money, idiot.
Oopsie poopsie. I won't mention this here even though it's a bit obvious, but you can't dupe chips obtained in the chip trader due to it breaking a rule outright. It saves the game immediately after using the trader. Can't dupe a chip if it saves, so that rules out the chip trader outright. Here's the thing though, is this just some video to showcase something out of the past? It almost seems like you're talking as if you can do this today on the Legacy Collection. You're right though, they did go and fix things here and there in the Legacy Collection, but in case you didn't catch it in the clip I just showed and what about it real now, I've been recording and doing this in Legacy Collection the entire time. Before, if you had asked me if this gospel dupe chip was relevant, I would say kinda. On one hand, you can easily gospel dupe your chips on your physical cartridge, but unless you had a buddy with a link cable in the game, you were really only duping for yourself. What about online applications? It would be more relevant then, however, if you wanted to PvP online using other means, then just get a save that has 99 of each chip, and create your optimal folder then. With the Legacy Collection, however, this does change a lot. I won't outright say it's impossible to cheat things in the Legacy Collection, but for the common folk who just play the games and not delve into that path, it would be impossible for them. At least with gospel duping, everyone who owns the game can make their chip collecting much easier. Here's a funny fact that not many people really think about, but it is possible. Even though this glitch is called the Gospel Dupe Glitch, this glitch can actually be performed in Battle Network 1. Same principle as in Battle Network 2, the biggest difference really is the in-game process. At least with Gospel, you just go into the room, skip some cutscenes, walk a bit, skip more cutscenes, and eventually fight Gospel, and boom, you're done. With Battle Network 1, however, you actually have to go through a whole dungeon before starting the final sequence. In Battle Network 1, final dungeons are essentially recreations of the previous dungeons from beforehand. In the Wily portrait lies the final part of the dungeon, a recreation of the Lekman's dungeon. Keep in mind with Battle Network 1, you cannot run away from battles. Considering the lengths you have to walk to get to the end, you're going to encounter a lot of battles and it may take a long time to complete. Thankfully, the Legacy Collection has Buster Max and you can breeze to the end. So really, your only downside to this dupe is it would take longer. And yes, you cannot skip the credit scenes here either. Some of you may be wondering, can you dupe chips in the chip trader here? For those unaware, in Battle Network 1 and only Battle Network 1, the chip trader does not automatically save the game when you use it. That started in Battle Network 2. However, it is the same principle as duping a chip from a chip trade with an NPC. Sure, you keep the chip that you receive, but you will not get the chip back that you used to perform the said chip trade. Considering that you can save scum the chip trader anyhow, there's no sense in duping these chips anyways. That is the one and only Gospel Duplication Glitch. Even though Gospel duping is in fact a thing and that works this day, there is actually something that outright makes this glitch obsolete. You could even say the gospel has ascended into the clouds. That's right, I'm referring to cloud saving. Each platform provides cloud saving, and it's basically gospel duping but cranked up with so many steroids. Hell, you can even do this in the future games, so the gospel dupe really is obsolete after all. Regardless, it's still a fun and novel thing to do, and I'm glad I was able to share this with others, whether you be a newcomer or a longtime fan. This has been the Gospel Duplication video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video, as well as ringing that bell for notifications. Follow me on twitch.tv/ThyGamePlaya as I stream on both YouTube and Twitch. Follow me on Twitter at ThyGamePlaya or at ThyContentPlaya for content-specific updates. And lastly, follow me on Ko-fi if you wish to support my work. I've been ThyGamePlaya, thank you for watching. Peace.